You know what never fails to amaze me? Big YouTubers embarrassing themselves. Doesn't matter how big your platform is, how successful you are, how long you've been in the game for, there's always room to look like an idiot. Meet today's idiot, KSI. Recently, as many of you know, KSI has been in quite a bit of drama surrounding his new product, which he dropped with Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, called Lunchables, which is apparently supposed to be a healthier version of Lunchables, they say. Most of this controversy came from KSI's response to the criticism of his product, especially when it comes to Dan TDM, because KSI just will not let Dan TDM breathe, apparently. When the news about Lunchables dropped, Dan TDM had a response which most people seem to agree with. He just questioned why are YouTubers selling food to their minor audiences that trust them blindly, which is a valid criticism, which most people seem to understand, but not Bandana Man. He took this and he ran with it. Mind you, all Dan TDM did was make one tweet, which made KSI make 10 different responses to that tweet. And in this video, we're going to go over those responses and see how KSI made himself look like an idiot. Welcome to a new series I call Idiot of the Week by Philo Shallow. The first couple responses come from Twitter, and it seems like KSI has waged war against the Minecraft community. Just tweet after tweet after tweet going after Dan TDM and just talking about how he hated his take on his situation. Apparently KSI thought that wasn't enough, so he made a response to Dan in a video. And it was definitely a response, I guess.
That's what I said. Looks like crap to me, while showing his toys that he sold to kids. How does this benefit your fans, Dan?
I mean, the first couple minutes of his response is just him laughing at himself, so I guess. And then he goes on to criticize Dan for making toys and selling it to his kid audience, which is a pretty invalid take in my opinion. Because there's a clear difference between selling toys to kids, which kids are supposed to be playing with toys in the first place, and food that's actually consumable. At the time of those toys releasing, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Dan's audience were full of minor children, who most likely were playing Minecraft, so it would make sense to sell them a Minecraft toy of their favorite YouTuber, because that's his audience. It's also something very easy that their parents can check off on as well. I think KSI believes that people are mad at him for selling a product, which is just not the case, at least for me. It's actually way more about the product itself and how it's being presented. Claiming it's a healthier Lunchable, but at the same time, how am I, a consumer, supposed to believe that you put in so much time and effort into this product when you can't even take constructive criticism? At least with Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, they were trying to explain themselves and not come at their fans and audiences. He would then go on to say, well, Dan TDM promoted this monthly candy box subscription to his fans, so clearly I'm not wrong. Which again is an argument that can be completely dismantled, but here's the clip.
Okay, then I reply to this. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? At this point, his fans imploded.
A very huge factor that's just glossed over is that Dan does not own the company. He does not own the company. It would be one thing if Dan TDM was promoting the candy box as being healthier than most other candies, but he wasn't. And on top of that, everyone knows that candy is bad for you. Everyone knows candy is not the best thing for you. But the problem is that you guys promote Lunchables as the healthiest thing in the world, knowing that kids won't take the time to verify what the hell is on the back of the ingredients when they pick it up from the store. How am I supposed to believe that you spent so much time researching something when you can't even take constructive criticism for it, man? It just makes no sense to me. And honestly, I just don't enjoy how clearly biased they are towards their own product. And I get they have to sell a product, but overdoing your reaction isn't gonna make me want to buy it more. And I feel like it's obvious that he's trying to use all this negative press to push it towards his music career, which is pretty obvious by one of the links on his Twitter being a link to an apology, but when you actually click on the link, it's a link to his pre-save for his new music video, which most people did not like that. So when the music video actually came out, people were quick to hate on it. It quickly became a trend on TikTok to kind of match his lyrics to more as like band kid humor, and it's kind of funny. Even though this video is meant to be against KSI and just kind of showing how much of an idiot he is, I honestly didn't think the music was that bad. Maybe it's just my taste. Is it something I would listen to in my free time? Hell no. But I didn't think it was like this horrible thing. People are making it seem like it's like this worst song in the entire world, but it's just alright. It's not a horrible song, it's just alright, I guess. I also saw on Twitter that the people defending his song were being called like super fans or like, you know, glazers or whatever. And this ties into my point of why I don't like Lunchables being sold to kids in the first place. The people that are defending KSI's music video is the new generation. Like the brand new generation of kids that get to grow up off of KSI, Jimmy, and Logan, kind of like Gen Z did. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, what song is very close to the new song that he dropped that I defended when I was that age as well? And you know what song it was? It was that one song Logan made with the boys. Wait, one second. It was called Help Me Help You. Bro, I defended the hell out of that song, dog. I was the #1 troop for that song. I remember so vividly the hate for that song and the hate for Logan Paul. And I remember defending him to my last breath, bro. At the time, he was kind of in a controversy for just being stupid and having that whole thing with his brother at the time. It was weird. That was in the whole diss track era, bro. That makes me feel so old. That was 7 years ago. Back to my point, I know what it's like to be that impressionable child. I know exactly what it's like. And I know how easy it would be to market something like Lunchly or Prime to a younger version of me. When he was selling the Maverick merch, I remember begging my mom so much for just a t-shirt or a sweater or something. The difference is that was clothing. Now just imagine it with food. It's so clearly marketed towards children. Just look at the boxes and how bright they are. Especially with the logo looking so close to Lunchables, it's almost as if they want you to be confused on which one is which. Back to KSI, all this hate seemed to be getting to him to the point where he kind of got upset on Twitter about it. He began his crying session by responding to a video of Jake Paul making fun of his new song, and I'm not really a fan of Jake, but it was kind of funny. The hate on my new song is so forced, lol. Honestly, Mr. KSI, I agree, but disagree at the same time. Even though I think the song is just okay at best, I still think it has pretty cringy parts. And I quote, "From the ring to the screen, to the pen to the king, where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. See, I believe it that I see it in my heart. Smash through the ceiling cause I'm reaching for the stars." Quote unquote KSI. What were you trying to cook up there? What was that? Those lyrics sound like they would belong in a Minecraft parody song, bro. I'm sorry. I should be hearing that from like Captain Sparkles or some shit, not KSI. He would then go after Dan TDM again because he's giving KSI no attention and KSI wants to milk the situation as much as possible. No reply publicly or privately. It's obviously you tweeted just for likes and interactions and to be seen as a white knight. And before your stupid minions reply or meme me, you started this. I'm just trying to finish it. Clearly you're not trying to finish it. It's so obvious that he knows he's wrong because now he's trying to backpedal. When on the Sideman podcast asked why he's still going through this whole Dan TDM thing, he said quote unquote because it's funny, which is a response that nobody agreed with on the podcast because everyone knows it's just unfunny.
People off. It's bro. I look on Twitter and I go, oh wow, these people actually care that I'm just saying all these things about that.
You said you want to start a real life chant about that.
Yeah, because it's
you are not the rat lad.
I like to continue it because it's just funny.
So you think?
But then I feel like it's reaching its point where it's not even funny for me anymore.
It wasn't funny.
It's not funny.
And then after his friend said to his face that it wasn't funny, he then claims that he used all this just for some music promo, which okay, I guess.
Oh, bro, it was great. I'm using it as promo for my song. I'm also just.
You're not rattling Dan. You're rattling his YouTube
fans. That's it. No, it's not Dan. It's
but Dan
fans.
At the end of the day, I just think KSI just needs to take his L and just hold it. There is nothing wrong to admitting to the fact that you were wrong and you can apologize, bro. That's all you have to do. You just take your L in silence. A simple, I was wrong. And I take accountability for that. We'll do the trick, man. I promise you. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me and watching my video. If you made it this far, comment, pineapple brat, and I'll respond with even weirder comment. That's what I'll do. Thank you so much for 100 subs, and I'll see you guys when I see y'all. Probably in the next 2 days. Yeah, next 2 days. Yeah.